Hello. I did wonder when Greta Thunberg would reappear on the world stage, and I found her here, or rather there, on the Telegraph. But this time the environment isn't the only thing that's her oyster. No, it's the entire capitalist system. And furthermore, she was in the Royal Festival Hall to publicise the book she has created. That's the name, that's how they describe it. She created a book. It's what we in the world of academia would more modestly term editing. She didn't write it, she just got a lot of other people to write various chapters, and she did a little foreword to each one of the chapters, and that's her creating a book. And what she's created is a call to communist revolution. Greta Thunberg, it's time to transform the West's oppressive and racist capitalist system. And then the activist claims that the world's current normal, in what way is the world currently normal, dictated by the people in power, has caused the climate breakdown. Well, first of all, there isn't a climate breakdown, but that's just my opinion. And then dictated by the people in power. Now, this is a problem, because who is in power? No, I don't think it's the World Economic Forum or Klaus Schwab or whatever. No, I think it's a virus of the mind. And Dawkins spoke much about that when he was making sense. But on this occasion, I think that is actually what's happening. There are some viruses that get into the mind of, I think it's mice. It stops them from fearing cats, and then they just buzz about. They get eaten by the cats, and then I think it's a parasite. It's a parasite. That's right. Gets into the brain of the mouse. The mouse loses its fear of cats because the parasite has taken it over, and then the cat eats the mouse, and then that gets the virus, and so the parasite, and so these things just perpetuate that way. And there are several viruses and parasites that do that sort of thing. They take over the body of the victim, and it's that I think has happened to all our world leaders and many of our, well, academics and just ordinary citizens as well. Liz Truss proposed re-establishing fracking. It caused an enormous fuss everywhere throughout Britain, and the newspapers, and there were, villagers, all getting together to stop this from happening. And that's one of the reasons Truss was booted out of office. And everybody's satisfied now that Rishi Sunak has said, I won't put fracking onto the menu. It's that sort of thing. Everybody has, well, not everybody. Many have this virus. So she's got this virus. It's a green campaign. It started out as a green campaign, but then it started to lose a little bit of steam. And I think probably it started to lose quite a bit of steam as people started to realise how much here in Europe we depend on gas to heat our homes and cook things with. And in America, how much you depend on petroleum products. And so now she's changed from the climate change to presenting a new far left political agenda against racist capitalism. She's now thrown her weight behind defeating the West's oppressive capitalist system. People have never been so rich, so well fed, so tall, and so healthy as they have in this oppressive capitalist system. Yes, even the people of colour are doing better here than they are in many of the countries from which their parents and grandparents came. I don't see them flooding back to Pakistan and parts of Africa, because it is as bad as it is here, as capitalist, as racist. they are better off here than they are back in Pakistan or parts of Africa. And she wants to tear this down. System-wide transformation. What is with this girl? And then what she says is, we're not planning on going anywhere. Young people all over the world are stepping up, showing that our leaders, oh, rats. Sorry, I clicked this and the page started to change. Right, we're not going anywhere. Young people all over the world are stepping up, showing that our leaders messed with the wrong generation. That's rubbish. Messed with the wrong generation. Like, this generation is so much better than the previous generation, or even more than the generation before that. You know, the guys who went to war to defeat Nazism. Released last week, the book includes around 100 contributions from various climate experts. Yeah, I wonder how many of those climate experts are the ones who disagree. People like Tony Heller, for instance, who says we're in a natural cycle and we're not suffering a climate emergency. Or that guy whose name I keep forgetting in Australia, who lost his job because he said, no, the coral off the barrier reef wasn't dying after all, and he turned out to be proved right. But he still lost his job because he wasn't fashionable. I wish I could remember his name. I'm quite sure people are going to tell me in the comments below. And one best-selling author, I don't know who it was, saying, this is proof that Greta hates capitalism for reasons that have nothing whatsoever to do with climate change. Yeah, and I believe that too. It's not that she hates capitalism either. This is just a way of creating something for herself. She wants to change the world. She doesn't care whether it's for good or bad. She just wants to have an effect. That's what she is. Michael Schellenberger, oh here we are, an American author, posted on Twitter that the whole capitalist system Miss Thunberg referred to has led to larger food surpluses that at any point in history average human life expectancy to rise from 30 to 70 and a drop in total deaths from natural disasters. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. And here's the... I'm not going to click on that because I'll change the page again. Here's the graph. Urbanization, and this follows a line all the way to an extension of life and consumption and energy consumption, all being bound up together. Okay, I'm interrupting myself here because I forgot to tell you I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. I let you know when I've uploaded a video. On Twitter, Gab and Parler as @Granniopteryx. Please remember, YouTube is not that good about keeping subscriptions going or informing you of new videos. So just check your subscription if you are subscribed to YouTube. Now, you can help my channel by liking this video, by sharing it, and by subscribing and checking your subscription. And you can help me financially, buy me a coffee or one of the links below. All right, back to the monologue. And then, now, this is during her interview in the Royal with Samira Ahmed, the BBC journalist. Oh, yes. Doesn't that say it all? During a question and answer part of the evening, that fascist movements offering easy, false solutions and scapegoats to complex problems are growing and becoming more normalised. Well, listen, because that is exactly what Greta Thunberg is proposing. A fascist movement offering easy, false solutions and scapegoats to complex problems. That's what she's doing. And there are no problems. There are solutions. We have a world now that even the richest person 200 years ago could not have imagined, in comfort and health and food supply. This is the first time in history so many people have been so well served by the system, however imperfect it is, and she wants to tear it down. And she is being, here we are, she is being helped in these ridiculous ideas by people like Samira Ahmed for the BBC. You know, if there's one thing I can say about tearing something down, it's the BBC. Right. Well, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.